here's the bathroom idea layout. We had it last night when we were laying in bed, or the other night, and you know how we are. So we're going to, this is all the weight bearing and all the headers there, so we can just cut straight down and we'll have a doorway from our bedroom out here. We'll put this window right there, and we'll already have the window. Boom, boom. We're gonna frame this in. We've already got a good foundation. We got a good roof, so we don't have to worry about that. Nothing is weight bearing. It's all just gonna be, it's just all gonna be OSB around there. We're gonna put a wrap around it, insulation, inside drywall. Boom, done. But here's the plan, the layout here. Our toilet, the edge of the toilet will come right here, and then we'll have a nice like shelf for towels. Double vanity will be from that green to that green with a big mirror, and then our shower will start right where the double vanity ends, and it'll come maybe to right here. And then Adriana was talking about putting a soaking tub, because our other wall is going to end right here, and then putting a soaking tub in this part if we have enough room. We may even do a shorter vanity. We've talked about that too. But what do you think? You gonna add anything? We'll have to do some rewiring because this is on the front porch switch thing, and so we'll have to do that. But I already took the camera down because we don't want to see into the bathroom. No cameras in the bathroom. That's against the rules. Ready for the house wrap stage, huh, Solomon? Yay! Ready to go.
Luna.
We got all walls up. So we got a little bit of a gap there, but I think it'll matter too much, honestly, because nothing's weight bearing. But now what we got to do is put our OSB up, and then put a wrap. And once we get our wrap up, and we get we're gonna kill this bug here. Once we get a wrap up, and we get, I'm gonna take some of the siding off, and I know I'm gonna have to take it off behind there, but I think I can either rip it or just cut it. But I'll take some of the siding off once we have everything zoned in, closed in. But yeah, like, there we were able to get shorter ones, and this one was almost perfectly height there. And yeah, I'm wondering what it's gonna look like. I think it might look added on, but I'm hoping maybe we can make it look seamless. So I want to show you the progress here. Got the scaffolding, got this piece up. This is gonna be our big window, and that I got to put that piece of OSB on. And then I should have took this corner piece off because we could put this corner right here and put our siding on, but I did not, so now I gotta fight it. I might have to take this 2x4 out to do it, I don't know. So that's kind of a bummer. But we got it all not quote unquote dried in yet because we're gonna have to go get some of that wrap. But it's pretty big in here. I mean, I feel like we got plenty of room for what we're wanting to do. Do some nice LED lights to make it really bright. It'll also have the added advantage of the light won't come in, the street light won't come into our bedroom now, and yeah, I mean, it'll be quieter. This will really dampen down the sound of the highway in our bedroom here. So we do have some weird spots where the drywall, I think that'll be okay right there. All right, let's wrap this up. I've been planning that since we started the wrap process. But it's wrapped pretty good all the way around, and then we'll put our siding on. There we go.
Totally lined up the windows.
Yeah, I thought this side would be a lot easier. I thought it was going to be exact lengths, and it's longer than. I do like that. I can't hardly see the seams in it, but if you look up top, we cut our OSB, and I'm gonna have to go up there with that multi-tool and cut that more even. But it was really hard to cut to where it looked, even with the roof line. So I've got to do that, and then we got to stuff up our wire for our camera. But you can see some of our little seams as you come in close. But for the most part, I think it looks pretty good. And then this inside corner, I'm having trouble getting that little piece in. I may modify it and then cruise through that and get that done. And then I noticed something else on this side too. So we got like that. And I think it looks almost like it was always there. There's a little bump there that might have to be pushed back in. which I can fix. But this is what I noticed. See how uneven the bottom is? I was like, I cannot believe I did that. Looking at it now, that's crazy. But the window does look good in there, so I'm just gonna have to pop that piece in. Just popped out, looks like. Pop that back in. We should be golden. And this is what it looks like on the inside. We'll cut out our window, and then you know, we start working on the siding. So I'm gonna get all the siding off and go see if we can match it up at Cashway and get some ordered, and then wrap it all up on the round, and we'll be quote unquote dried in. So I just got to cut that out, cut that rest of the way out, and then get that, and we'll have a door in here, and then we'll have to put some sort of transition. But we're thinking, since it's so much lower, we'll be able to achieve our curbless into the shower, because we'll be able to do our slope and everything. So that'll be really exciting. So once we get this part done though, we'll be able to clean up in there, because it's a mess in there right now. Clean it up, and then have our door where we don't have to worry about, you know, everything getting out. Of course, we got the window in. The siding is on its way. So once we get the siding, put all the siding on so it looks good from the outside, looks good from the bedroom, and then all the damage is inside. That's the rule, because then we can do it at our leisure. Leisure is how you would probably say that word, but whatever. Got it open, and shocker, shocker, surprise, surprise. It's a little bit too narrow. And so what we found was we can take out this 2x4 that's kind of just pieced together here. Our king goes all the way up. That's our king stud. So this one's just a jack, and it's supporting that header, which I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking though, because it's pieced together, and that's kind of loose, is that it's not, maybe it's not bearing the weight. I'm hoping all the weight's on them king studs.
Could you put the jack, just take this and put it on the other side?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, that's a good. Well, no, because that we'd have to stretch our header longer if we needed to do that. I think that since this is pieced together though, that it's not weight bearing. And then that big piece there, that's bearing on the load, but then it stands to reason that it would come down to this. But I don't know why they'd. That's some crappy work if that's the case. If that's their support for the roof, that's pretty shady work right there. I mean, it's not even the whole length. It's like a piece of scrap they had.
Maybe it was just for the window.
I think it was. I think that king is what's holding all the weight. Doors in. It's not, for some reason, it's got a bigger gap at the top. I don't know how doors work. I watched a YouTube video, couldn't really figure it out. But it does open, and it does close with ease. Oh, looks like it didn't stay shut. Maybe it doesn't close with as much ease as I thought. I might need some adjustments, so we'll see. We're gonna have to put a piece of wood there, transition to probably move this over here, or over there one. And, yeah, looks pretty good though, I'd say. We were pressure testing, and I made a mistake. I thought the water was off, and it was on. I was taking this off, and it just blew out, and of course the water was on. But then we went under there, we put a cutoff on that blue line, we're gonna put a cutoff on a red line. But everything, like, you can't tell because it's all wet right now. Nothing leaked. So just when I took it off, thinking we were off. So that's good. But we do got water everywhere now, all over my tools. Of course, that's where I decided all this was sitting over there just the other day, and I moved it all right over here, and of course, you know, blew a leak. So that sounds about right. We got our toilet drain, and you can see it goes, well, maybe you can, maybe you can't. It goes under the house. Kind of crooked right now, but we'll get that straightened out. We've got the sink one. That's also kind of crooked, but we got our holes for our inlets. That's going to be where we bring our vanity light in, which comes right here. It's going to go under and up, and that'll be halfway. Our light will be right in here. And then we have right here, and that turns on our two wafer lights, one over the shower and one over there. This one will be our vanity, and I'm not going to turn it on because it's just wire hanging there. And that one is our vent, which also is Bluetooth. And yeah, and then we also have, this is our sink, or I mean our our drain for our, it's not hooked to anything but our shower, but at least it's centered and it's stubbed up so that we can, it's not quite centered actually because we were going to hit a stud if we centered it. But now we'll clean up, and yeah, if we get everything behind the walls done, we can insulate, put our walls up, and then we can start on the floor. Alright, we got the double vanity in. I think it looks really good. It's kind of too far apart right there on those. Do you notice that? I guess it's the same on each side. I just didn't notice until just now.
You won't even
Yeah, we
notice.
probably won't notice because there won't be any light coming through.
Yeah.
But I think it's,
How much was it off? Like $1,000?
oh yeah, it was like $1,000 off. But I think it's really pretty. And then we got the hardware under here. I can open it. I'll show you from the back. There's the hardware pouch. So it's like all stainless colored, which I don't know. I kind of wouldn't mind black like that, but I think it'll be pretty nice. So we've got our cold coming in, hot coming in, and then we're gonna have to just put another with a cap right here. But we got one that goes down and over to that shower head, and then we got this one that comes up and over to that shower head, and then we got our drain under there. We got that drain under there. I'm gonna bring it over on this side of the chicken coop. Got our cold under the house, all the way under the house. We're gonna run this hot under there. We got that cold stubbed up. So once we get all that done, I think we're gonna be ready for drywall. So. Alrighty, we got the shower ready for some thin set and tile. So I think what I'm gonna do over some of these bigger gaps, I've got all the stuff in there. And over my screw holes, just put thin set, even it out, make it all, because you can't really tell in the video, but it is uneven in certain locations because the house is uneven on the outside wall, and the framing that we did is uneven, and the floor is uneven. But we got this. This will be the edge. We'll put a door here. It'll slope gradually into our drain, and then the floor is going to be raised up to be level with that, and so it will be curbless. You will walk right in with no curve, and then we'll have all this ready to go. I'm pretty proud to have that much done. It's awesome. You gotta get the bonding tape on, then we gotta seal. Yeah, Solomon tape at it. So we gotta seal, right? What are we doing? Tell me what we doing. That's right. So the next step's gonna be waterproofing, and then we're gonna put in our drain. Solomon knows all about the steps. He's distracted. He's like, yeah, we gotta do the drain, right? What we gotta do, Solomon? We gotta do the drain. Yep. Gotta reach down in there and get everything out. I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you. It ain't very pretty, but I do think that it will be waterproof. Of course, we got this. We're gonna paint it all once this dries with this Aqua Defense right here. Aqua Defense, which is made waterproofing. So it's like paint that goes on. We also put some insulation under the floor, and then put our 2x4s down, and then put this OSB here. So one more, we'll have our floor level, and all that'll be good. Doesn't look pretty, but I think it'll work. All right, our sand mud bed is going down, and I probably should have started on that end. Come this way, in retrospect. But this is a lot easier than what all this was, so I'm happy about that. But I'm run out, so I'm gonna go to the store. That really stinks because I'm not happy with where it's at right now, and I don't want it to dry, so I'll probably smooth it out a little bit. That way, if it does dry, it ain't that big of a deal, and I'll just add another layer on top. So that'll be have our slope, and then we'll have our waterproofing on top of that, and then it should be seamless, and it should walk right in. Well, we may have done it, folks. I don't know. Maybe I'll let this one dry and then add another one tomorrow, because I'd like to have it come up to here and start sloping that way. So add a little bit, yeah. But I don't know. That was just the one bag, so maybe one more bag and we'll level it all out real good. This is probably the easiest part, but I don't know if I did it right. That's the question. That is the question. Paint's looking pretty good. Drywall is looking really good. Everything electrical's looking good. Plumbing, I'm gonna have to do something that drains way too low. And I think it needs to come out over here, so that kind of stinks. That'll all be behind vanity, so I guess I don't care about it. But it's coming along for sure. There's that wall. What color do you want? You like the blue, or you like these grays? Not the grays, the tile. What about the blue? Is that good?
Does it match good?
Is that good? What about, do you like these colors with it? No.
Oh.
You don't like those colors. Okay then. Don't
Or
like that
that
color
one.
either. We're starting all over. Got the paint going on. This is waterproofing paint.
That's hard to put. It's not even paint. It's like,
Yeah, it's like a rubber.
I don't know.
But we're gonna have another
It's like splashing off.
bag of mortar because I think I didn't get my slope good enough, so I want to make sure we do it right. Plus, 2 bags is better than 1. What do you think, Solomon? Solomon likes to paint the floor, and Adriana likes to paint the ceiling.
I don't like painting the ceiling.
She loves it. And I thought the grout turned out really nice down there. I think that looks really good. So I think we're thinking about using the Blue Ridge pine in here in the floor of the bathroom. And so I think we're gonna have it come out like this just a little ways, cut our Blue Ridge pine, and then do our thin set on top of it all. Okay, hello Luna. But that's gonna be what goes on the sidewalls, and hopefully will be, I gotta, see I was supposed to put this on the other side of my concrete board. So I've got some sealing tape to tape the top. Hopefully that doesn't leak. If it does, I don't know, I guess it leaks onto a porch. But anyway, it is coming together, but there are some little things, like there's some little dips right in here. I guess I don't care too much though. Kind of upset about it, but the ceiling's not done painted either. We got water running. It is definitely pooling up in a few spots, as expected. So that one I don't have a shower head in yet, so I had to use the diverter to control that. But it's definitely coming out though. My concern is that it's going to come up here before it goes out, and that's what I'm trying to test for. We got it all set up. We got to do the tile in here, and we got to do some trim work around and some quarter round around the top. Solomon, I got to do the plumbing under there. I got to do plumbing under here. Plumbing for the whole thing. It just goes under the floor right now. But aesthetically, it's looking real good. You know, most people do these things differently, but not us. What do you think, Solomon? Gotta get that done. So much to do, so little time. Look at that slow close lid. Just going slow. Solomon's like, that's too slow. Quite the battle to get to this point. My hot shut off here, it broke. You can see the stem. I can't get a focus yet. And so I found the other one, because we had 2 valve bodies, and I was able to get this one out, but see how stripped out it was? It was ridiculous to get it out. But now we have hot water and cold water in the shower. And so then all the toilet plumbing is done, Vanity, I gotta do the plumbing, but all the drains are done, so all I gotta do is hook it into the drain right there. And then all we gotta do is tile and trim work, stuff like that. But, oh yeah, it's getting hot. That's nice right there. It's nice when a plan comes together. Sitting on my throne. Sitting on my throne.
He said I could sit here and watch TV and point it to the window.
That's the original TV.
It's like, what TV?
There's Solomon. He's foreman in this bad boy.
Wait.
I can check on the dogs all from the comfort of my throne. And look, you say, oh, it's too close, but no, it's not. Look at that. I can still open it up, access anything I need to. I could wash my hands while I'm pooping. What do you think about that? That's all I'm gonna say. And got the slow close lid. Look at that thing. That's slow. That is a slow close lid.
That is definitely closing slow.
Look at that. Solomon's like, here, I'll help it. Thanks, Solomon. Coming together. It's got the top row and they're all cuts all the way around. Now I gotta do this too, but I think it looks halfway decent. Okay, after much hard work and deliberation, we've got, I think this part looks awesome right there. I forgot, I didn't even think about lining that up, but you don't really notice. But I think it all looks pretty darn good. See all my mess I've made. There's that corner, terrible. That corner, not great. They were really uneven corners, and I fought them, and then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of fighting it. So I decided just to we're gonna put a shower plan there, Adrian said. But all in, I think it looks pretty nice. There we go. Here, wipe it down. Wipe it down. Wipe. There we go. We gotta put the silicone in that seam, huh? You gonna take it up before we put it down? That's kind of lame. That's kind of lame, Solomon. All right, Solomon, we gotta wipe the grout off. Here, will you wipe the grout off? He's like, nope, I'm taking the sponge. I'm out of here. Oh, he was helping. No, he's not going to. All right, here, I'll wipe the grout off here. Here we go. Gonna wipe the grout off. Do you wanna help? He's like, not interested. Do it. We finally got the shower to a point where I can say, stick a fork in her, she's done. We got the shower. And, I'm not gonna turn nothing on because we're waiting for the grout to dry.
Check it out though.
Yeah. Look at that. And then
Pretty
we got
nice.
that one's ready to go. I did flip this one upside down, so my sticky's messed up, but they did send another sticky, so if that one falls, we'll be okay.
This is a shower fit for a king.
It is indeed. It's coming along. So now we're onto the stage where I've got to cut the inside diameter of our pipe. You can see it's a little leaning, but that's because it's not attached down below. But I don't know how far I need to go, so I'm probably just gonna wing it, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know how that goes. The way this flange works is it goes inside of that, so I'm assuming I need to be a little bit below my finished floor, which will be sitting on top of this. I don't know, we'll see. I'll cut a little and leave a little extra and then maybe cut again. I don't know, you know. We got our toilet flange ready to go. Not connected underneath or nothing, but we got the flooring. These gaps are looking phenomenal. Can't even tell in the video. And when I put grout on there, you're not even gonna be able to tell in real life. Look at that, that is so cool. I did have to redo this because it was too low. And also, yeah, vanity will cover all that, so don't worry too much about that. I know y'all stressing about that. And we're gonna have the vanity will cover all this too. But once we get the floor in, I'm trying to set the toilet, but Solomon is having other thoughts, I think. I think he's getting a little tired, so we may just get the floor done. We might not even do that. I don't know. We'll see how far we get. Anyway. What do you think about the new floor, Solomon? You like it or hate it? Or love it? I know we gotta get it done.
He's like, alright, I'm gonna start smacking the drywall.
Throw it out the window, I dare you. You're gonna have to go get it. He was crawling back and forth all excited, and now that I started recording, he's like, nah. Look at these nice cuts, man. It flows perfectly. That's exactly what I was wanting.
Look at him go.
He's like, I'm coming over there.
I need my hammer though.
I gotta really fix something over there.
He's like, this is how we'll fix the drainage issue.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just gonna hit it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna hit it.
I'm just gonna hit it.
He's gonna put it in there.
That's a good idea.
I don't know.
Solomon. It's been a battle, but we got it done. Both hot and cold water to both sinks. No leaks. It doesn't look the prettiest, so I'm not going to show you up close. But all things considered, pretty happy with that. What do you think, Solomon? He's like, I'm not happy till I get to play in it. Bonk. Pull off the protective cover. The wire was exactly where I wanted it to be. Oh man. It's got the anti-fog. It's got a few different colors. And then look, the way we got it set up. We can just turn this switch off. Just turn it back on. You don't have to do anything else. Pretty neat.
Very cool.
Solomon's trying to find it.
He's like, I'm gonna get up there and get that knife.
Last night, like 3 a.m., the mirror fell. So that really stinks. It's gotta scratch that thing all up. I gotta be able to get in. Which don't make any sense because the mounting brackets are still there. Yeah, look how much scratched up that did. That's wild. I don't know how that happened. I think, I don't know. The mounting brackets are there. And, I don't know, maybe the frame broke right there? I'm not really sure. Maybe the frame broke. Maybe that just broke upon falling. There's a scratch right there. So now this is damaged. Finally got in the bathroom. We got some nice damage on the toilet seat right there. We got some nice scritches on the floor. Pretty good damage right here. And a nice little damaged piece right there on our brand new vanity. But here's what I noticed. Both mounting brackets are still in place. And this is the first time in my entire life that I read the mounting instructions or the manufacturing specs on how to do something, and it fell. So what that tells me, Adriana, is that I don't need to listen to the manufacturing specs, that I need to listen to what's up here. Because what's up here and what's in here. Because what's up here and what's in here is smarter than what's on the manufacturing specs. So they got another one on the way. I'm going to mount it on those same brackets, but this time I'm going to put some liquid nail or some Loctite or whatever you want to call it on there to hold it on the bottom and the sides so that the top is hanging and the sides can't come out at all. So when it gets here, we'll see that. We got water coming out, both sides, good pressure. It's very hot, as you can see the steam. If you wanted to swap to have both your rain shower and your thing, and if you just wanted just your rain shower on that end, and then just down on that end, I'm gonna walk over there. But no water's coming out. It is pooling a little bit, but not so bad that I care too much. It's steaming up good. Very nice.